Family meeting.
The ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the sea.
Hey, family meeting, Edo Pride. Hello, my family, my lovelies, my sweethearts. Waje Marene, Kokoko. Damosa, introduce us today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me thank everyone for coming over here. Waya Wawesi. And again, let me thank all of us for our perseverance. Today, we are beginning to see the light, that glimmer of hope. We are beginning to see because of the new dispensation of events at the Election Petition Tribunal in Abuja. So, a couple of weeks ago, we were, it was more or less like a stalemate. And I wrote somewhere that it was a matter of when is someone going to be killed. It was not about if someone was going to be killed. But, it was great that they moved that tribunal away from Benin City. All of us today, we are beginning to see re-adjudication of the matter, of the case. And Wahia Wawese, and I thank every one of you for standing tough. We all persevered through the process. Heroic, just a little more, then we will be there. Thank you all for always listening to our channels. We say it the way it is. We don't adulterate it. We don't spread propaganda. We don't spread rumors. We say it the way it is.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you are here, please leave me a shout, and I will shout at Kevin. Ekato, copious affluent. Ooh, God bless you. Festus Obasuyi, I don't see you. Osagbavu, I cite you. Kenneth Oshodi, Austin, Alarezomo, I see you. Family meeting, Mama Egba, please share the program, share the clip. Nimaya Swen, okay? I beg you, we don't start today. Mona no verse. It be like say we late small. Area mama come dey stretch, come dey tire. Ina when it come with INEC ade, I agree. So, through the week, I have been back to back with you guys, and thank you for my returning subscribers. Wayawese, when Sunny Demi. Ooh. So through the week, we have been together, and the love you guys show us, you know, the follow, the likes, the comments, I really appreciate your comments. It makes me to know that people also appreciate our work. It's not easy to just come out here on TV and start talking. You need to know what to talk about, and you need to stay on the part of the truth. Or my easy. We sometimes we get bashed and all of that by people who do not believe in good or the right thing. But you will not let that deter you. You will not run inside. You still keep strong. So in the face of all these odds, we still keep coming out. So the only thing that you guys will do for us is to watch, like, share your own thoughts. It may be different from our own. And then share the clip. Let others see it. Because from me to you, you to another person, it just keep going like a circle. So Emana wouldn't wash or Wayawese Wabokia. Jurasemuta, Eric Alile, Ibege Wenel. Thank you guys. Thank you. So Oga Ogbe is going to jump into some of our clips that we have here. Oga Ogbe, I want to show you one quick clip from Azegbemi. Okay. You know what happened over the week when INEC could not bring not even one witness, none. They conceded, because to us in law, silence is what? Consent. So I'm going to show you this video. It's a quick one, sir.
We start the defense now because the witnesses when they expect from Bini, they say their motor spoil for local job. They call back court. Then the judge say, okay, they want about to spoil for local job. And they say yes. I say okay. Tomorrow That the man said no, Colonel Gabi SAN. He said no, tomorrow not go work. The next day, and he just okay, no problem. Only for us to reach court the third day, Colonel Gabi get up. He say, make a quotable. He said, my Lord, having gone through the analysis of all the documents, the petition of the PDP and its candidate, I beg to submit that the next sensible thing to do is for us, INEC, not to call any witnesses. Oh, but come and see us, cause scatter. Say, say the next sensitive thing to do, let me say that not safe now, call any witness, call this court. Our lawyers for shred them. So, INEC say not get witnesses. So, we are even thinking that APC will get witness call. Yes. Because if they come, you don't we get your what you swear on oath for before when they front load. If you come now, we can show you documents where you can contradict what you swear to. When you talk for the end, say I believe conscientiously that this thing is true to the best of my knowledge. If we can show you say you lie, that is perjury. Now jail from that country that you go. So me, my own, I think APC don't get who they will call. Even if they call person, it will be person will not dey ground. Because the case is too straightforward. What do you want to talk? They say make you fill form EC 25B, you not fill out. Supreme Court say if you not fill that thing, all the results from those units null and void. They say overvoting, get what you're supposed to do, you don't do. If you say you do wrong collation, we say we will show you, say you do wrong collation. No. What do you want to talk?
So, for sake of time, we're begging away. It's a sensible thing. Ebony, when a power break, power mudiao. Victor Obokia, our monitor don't come. Oh, Harry, already when we are welcome monitor.
Okay.
Harry Obokia, oh, daddy, Harry. Mr.
Henry, thank you so much. We appreciate all of you.
Peter Edo, don't reach here. Not too much. Kevin, thank you. Please share the program. Wagmene, that's why it's coming. Baba, Ebony, Giaenima.
Wesley, according to Tony Azingbemi, what in the words of the Agabi SAN, the next sensible thing to do, because he doesn't want to look stupid in front of the judge. He doesn't want to look like someone who is senseless. Again, beyond this election tribunal, these people they have a life to live. They have a profession.
Okay.
So they I don't think they want to use this particular case to jeopardize, to reduce their personality, the name that they have earned over the years. I don't think that this case is worth it. Because
you mean INEC or the lawyers? Who?
I'm talking about the lawyers. That's
the lawyers are afraid.
Yes. Because beyond this case, they have a profession. They have a life to live. So, in order for them to stay their dignity, for their dignity to be intact, I think more or less like they're saying, "Oh, they've been paid to do this case. They can't just simply hands off." If it is the same document that's what Ighodalo presented, that's what they presented and said, that's all they have. Invariably, it means that they have accepted that, yes, they had two inconsistent results. One was again. Let me go back to how it all started. When I saw that Atwen Ighodalo, he first of all, one of those few documents that he presented to the court, it was the total number of registered voters, and it was certified, was given to the court. The court admitted it. Total number of accredited voters, total number. So when you look at all these things, it shows that Aswen and his team, they know precisely what they are doing.
Yes.
So for what is Agabi saying, these INEC lawyers, what are they going to say? Obviously not, because this is like a child whose hand has been caught in a cookie jar. He presented different results for one election. One is the overall result. Then the other one is full of inconsistencies, such as overvoting in some areas. Then there were votes that were added in some areas. There were some that were deducted. So there were so many electoral malfeasance and discrepancies across board. So I think that it will be the duty of the judges now to say, fine, if this is all that they have, they don't have witnesses, the case is done. Because if the electoral umpire, if we liken it to soccer, the referee says, oh, there's a VAR. He doesn't want to contradict the VAR. It's an offside, it's an offside. So he says, oh, okay, so be it. I'm not going to rule otherwise. Yeah. So who is it? The other team that has conceded the goal that will be coming to? What are they going to say? The VAR is there, which is the machines that were brought to the court. That's the beavers. The beavers were there. So the beavers is more or less like the VAR. So I think INEC basically they don't have anything to say. But again, it's a wise thing to do, especially at the wake or the eve of people like Professor Uduak from Cross River State being sent to jail.
Okay, so let me just quickly put on this video for you. Quickly. Marvin Lawani, I cite you, Wesley. Away, this woman, God can continue to bless this good work. Oh, bless you too, and bless you. Right now, Edo is possessed mostly. Benin, we need to pray for God's deliverance. The problem is well known, but we don't talk about it. Greediness by one man. Thank you, brother. Or I will say, Jurasemuta, Obokiao. Henry, Umawe, we now work. I like, I beg everybody wait there on our menu. See your monitor, you know they do work. Mona like, wala. Jurasemuta, Obokiao, we hear you, we cite you. Obokiao Kakabo. Mona like, Eric, Yakamiani, I like, my picking day. Eric, now my first son. Make I show you the videos, and not just short clip.
By the former INEC Commissioner in Akwa, Mr. Honorable Mike Igini, with the support of his chairman against those that committed infractions against the system. And this judgment delivered this morning is very incisive, detailed, and we commend the courage of the judge, at least for taking it this far. It has taken us 5 years to prosecute Professor Ignatius Uduk for the offenses he committed against the state. And the judgment is going to serve as deterrence to others that may be engaged tomorrow by INEC to help ensure credibility of the electoral process, but who turn around to sabotage it for selfish and worldly reasons. You've seen the entirety of the judgment. He was convicted for publishing false election results and also for perjury. And what happened in this case was a very sad thing. And his conduct particularly is a disservice to the cause of democracy in our country. And if I may say, it's a reproachable breach of trust against INEC, who paid him for this job, but he ended up sabotaging. You had it all from the judgment today. On the 10th of March 2019, he had earlier submitted a handwritten note detailing the incident at the election, how himself was chased away from the collation center, and that he was forced to announce a result. But less than 24 hours later, he generated another result. He came up with the official final result, now declaring a winner for the election. He returned a winner for an election that there was no collation in any of the levels. There was no collation from the polling units. There was no collation from the ward levels. There was no collation at the local government level before it got to him as returning officer. But yet the professor made a return for that election and had the audacity to appear before the Electoral Petition Tribunal to validate that same false election results. He was invited by INEC to come forward to justify his declaration. He only threatened to take INEC to court. Then INEC now filed this charge against him and he escaped. As it stands today, there were 2 bench warrants issued by this court against him before we could procure him. First was before his arraignment itself. There was the bench warrant. In the course of the trial, he refused to attend for several occasions and procured a forged medical report from Lagos University saying that he was sick. It took the efforts of the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State to verify the authenticity of that medical report. And it turned out from the police report that he was never anywhere near Lagos on those days he claimed. And that the doctor he claimed issued in the medical report never existed in the payroll of the University Teaching Hospital. Wow. So we have been through a lot. So from what you heard the judge said today, if you had maintained Exhibit A, INEC would have taken him as an honorable man for stating the truth. It's a very sad note, and this particular judgment should act as a springboard for future elections and as a warning to other lecturers in our every-tours who may be engaged tomorrow, yes, that if they ever falsify, manipulate the system, a day of reckoning will come.
Thank you.
As it has come today for Professor Ignatius.
Oh God, we can go on and on and on. Kudos to that emeritus. Kudos.
Actually, I want to stand up for Mikey Guinea.
Yes,
I'm standing up for Mikey Guinea.
Yeah,
I give it up. Yeah, I give it up to Mikey Guinea for the
kudos
great
to that emeritus. Kudos,
yes.
kudos.
Yeah, I stand up for Mikey Guinea.
Yes, I doff my hat.
Yes. So he was the INEC Electoral Commissioner in Cross River State when this happened. Mike Igini, he is a symbol or a model of integrity. See, I understand that, yes, in every gathering of Nigerians, there's always that microcosm of Nigeria within Nigerians gathering together. Again, in the Bible, they say out of 12, there's always a Judas. Mikey Guinea, over this issue, they came up with some fraudulent charges against him that he was corrupt and all that. I want to thank Mike Igini and all those that were involved in it, prosecuting the case and all that, and until this Professor Uduk was brought to justice. To book. I want to thank everyone that is involved in it. Again, INEC. So we saw INEC in this case because as soon as this case came up, they were able to secure a verdict that sounds good for the entire country. Now, the judges, the lawyers here for INEC, everyone is very, very, very careful now because
I love this new beginning, sir.
Yes,
it's a dawn of a new day.
Exactly. Everyone is very careful because gone are the days when technicalities. When I saw this case, the way it started in Benin City, I saw evidences that were being admitted and all that. I was marveled. I even said here that, yes, I see that tendency that this case will be adjudicated. So I want to thank all those, Mikey Guinea and every person that
Dele Farotimi,
exposing our judiciary. So if you look at it, our judiciary over time now, because of things that have been happening, there is this trust deficit. The people really don't have trust in the judiciary. Okay, that's your copy. Great. So there's this trust deficit between the people of Nigeria and our judiciary. So I think it is time This is one of those cases. We've seen one, then this is the second one that they will use in cleaning up their name. They need to rebuild their names.
It gladdens my heart.
The judiciary need to rebuild their image, because it was in Nigeria that we saw that a candidate who came fourth in an election eventually became the governor of Imo State. That's unacceptable. Nowhere in the world that we can that can be accepted. Someone who came fourth. So what magic happened? We saw the case of Monde Okpewulu, his name and his date of birth being adjudicated through technicality. They said, the case should have been filed in a magistrate court. Rather, it went first to a federal high court.
Does that matter?
So all these technicalities, we didn't see them. So I think that the judiciary, over time, Nigerians have been crying here and there. So it's time for them to clean their image. The work of people like retired Senator Bukachiwa does not have the name of our judiciary. When he said that he has used his wife, that's not me saying it. Senator Bukachiwa said,
even at that confession, nothing.
So he used his wife to influence some couple of cases while she was on the bench. That's a big shame. Today we have a Wike's wife who is also in the bench. That's the reason why some politicians in Nigeria, they beat their chest and say, go to court. Because that they know that the court actually, they have nothing to do. So I want to, this is the beginning of a new day. The beginning of a new era.
Yes.
When for all that we are seeing, that's the reason why today now INEC is saying, okay, fine. The sensible thing to do is just to leave it the way it is. No one wants to go to jail.
Nigerians love their lives.
Exactly. So no one wants to go to jail. So for now, I will say INEC. INEC is incompetent. And I'm going to speak a little bit about this, the incompetence of INEC. INEC is an incompetent government institution.
Mm-hmm.
And they are truncating our democracy. When you really look at it, the caliber of people, look at, in the case of Professor Uduk, we've all seen, there are so many reasons for Nigerians to go to the street, but they don't.
Mm-mm.
Because when we see our professors, Nigerian professors, they cannot read figures. It's a shame, because after they've been immersed in bribe, they are scared to say anything. By the time they even say anything, they can't even make any sentence.
They start to blab.
Yes. So INEC is so powerful that they made all these professors look like they are kindergartens. So that institution needs to be reorganized.
Mm-hmm.
For now, they are truncating our democracy. Because recently I saw one of the House of Rep member coming to talk about the creation of a new 31 state. Those are people who are not competent. There are two people. If we really need to improve our democracy, one, like I said, one of the main duties of political parties in Nigeria is leadership recruitment.
Mm-hmm.
The leaders that we are recruiting today, they cannot meet the test.
There has to be a requirement.
Yes, there has to be a requirement and standard.
Yeah, you just don't bring somebody from a factory.
Exactly. These political parties have not been able to. Because it's about me, I, and myself. When they talk about interest, what interest are they talking about? Is it the interest of the Nigerian people, or they are talking about themselves only? Like the past senator for Edo South. You know,
we still have. He went to APC.
Yeah.
The senator for Edo South, which was supposed to be Labour guy.
No, it's no. That's Neda Imaswen. I'm not talking about Neda. His boss, Neda's boss. That's
okay.
Rohide.
Oh, Awagai.
Yeah, Awagai. So it's about them only. So these are the kind of leaders that our political parties have been able to produce. That is wrong. Because when you look at the entire Nigeria, you can see some few shiny stars in the legislators or in the legislature. I know this man is an APC.
Who?
Syria Dixon.
Okay.
Such an intelligent human being, irrespective of his political party. Syria Dixon. His ideas, his visions. So when we have crop of leaders in that caliber, then we can say that the political parties are doing well. These half-baked leaders are given to INEC, and INEC will do their magic, and these people are where they are. For example, look at Monarch in Edo State. Can somebody say that we have a leader, that Monarch, the process that brought out Monarch can really stand the test of time?
No, sir. Because
he has given us his intro. If elections were to be held, if free and fair elections were to be held in Edo State today, if hypothetically Monarch got probably about 50,000 in September, today I doubt he can get 25,000. So the leaders, our political parties are not doing well in terms of the kind of leaders that they are throwing up to the people. Because the way it is now is that one day, one political party is going to give us a goat, the other one will give us a sheep. Then we Nigerians, we have no option.
It no matter, even if you know Sabi speak English, not to do rude.
Exactly.
No, it matter. Everything matters. Everything matters.
It does. So
it is all encompassing. It matters.
So they are not. INEC is, to me, I don't think they have the capacity. They don't have the moral rightness and rectitude to be able to conduct elections in Nigeria as of today. Someone should prove me wrong. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the moral rightness and rectitude to conduct elections. Why is it INEC should be able to conduct an election that no one can contest? That you cannot, it will be difficult for you to say, no, I was rigged out. They should be able to conduct those kind of elections. So not until we have an electoral, not until we have an institution in INEC that can do that. INEC as an institution that can conduct elections that everyone will be able to accept and say, yes, the elections, they were free and fair. If I go back and use my profession, teaching profession, when you set exams, there's something the teacher does. There's what you call the marking scheme. So you have to take your mark. You don't just go there and read and mark. No, you have a marking scheme. If you define geography properly, you get 5 marks. When you say name this, and that. So that's how you begin to mark. So if any student comes in and say, oh, you know what, I was cheated out. Okay, fine. Okay, you take your marking scheme and take the answer sheet, give it to someone else to mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
The marking scheme in Lily.
Exactly. So, not until INEC is able to conduct elections that they can be proud to say, this is what we did.
Okay.
Then I wouldn't say they really understand what they are doing. Look at our presidential elections. It went to the court. INEC did not call the Attorney General of the Federation at that time to say, okay, fine, this is what the Constitution says. The Constitution says that you have to win X to TED and Abuja. Attorney General, help us with this interpretation. Instead, it was go to court. I don't think that's the best way to do elections. Where are the IREV? No, they said they don't have IREV. They took a whole lot of money. Today we have Jagaban. Fine. What are we going to do now? So not until INEC, they conducted that election. Then here again, they came to Edo State. Look at what they have done in Edo. They have taken Edo State about, maybe to be economical, about 20 years backward.
Back. I GRO has fallen beyond.
Yeah, the dream of Edo State, that wheel that was already moving, it was already moving and moving forward. So we just saw someone that just threw a wrench in the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So INEC, I want to liken it to, for those of us who started observing the Nigerian political space. When Murtala Mohammed was killed, after that, Obasanjo came up with National Security Organization. It was called NSO, National Security Organization, NSO. So when NSO became extremely corrupt, the head of NSO then was fired. His name was Mohammed Rashidadi. When he was fired, then there was a new reorganization by Babangida, and that's what we have today called SSS. So SSS now replaced the old NSO. So what I'm trying to pull out here is that INEC should be disbanded, just the same way that the NSO gave way to SSS.
Exactly. And our president can never handpick INEC officer chairman.
Exactly.
He has to be an elected official.
Exactly. There are plethora of cases, examples why there should be no more INEC.
Mm-hmm.
There should be no more INEC. Just the same. The reason why I went back again to 1976 when OBJ came up with this NSO, National Security Organization, after Murtala Mohammed was killed, because he needed intelligence gathering within and outside of Nigeria. So they were in charge and they put all these things together. So probably if they had enough intelligence, Murtala Mohammed wouldn't have been killed. So he put all that together. And as at just about 10 years after National Security Organization was established, it became extremely corrupt. They were even involved in some certain deals. If you go to the internet, you can see that. Then in the era of Babangida, that gave way completely. Mohammed Rashidadi was fired, and we now had SSS.
Okay, sir.
So INEC should give way, just the same way NSO gave way to SSS.
Okay.
So INEC should give way to a new electoral body. There should be a new electoral body that will replace INEC. This INEC is not competent. It's not capable. They don't have the moral rightness and rectitude to conduct elections in Nigeria anymore. We have heard from politicians who have used judges to influence them. We have seen a whole lot. We've seen someone came in the fourth position and
he's serving the second term now.
Exactly. So we cannot. I mean, we saw what happened in Edo State, where the beavers, that's biomodal identification. So people came in to vote. They took their time. They came and voted. After voting, they went back home. Collation that was done and sent into IREV was different from what happened at the ward level and the local government level and at the state level, and a different result was used to announce elections. And here we are in Abuja. We saw all the barbarians that has been unleashed. We saw, I mean, look at Edo State today, it's been taken backward. So if INEC is the cause of all these things, the time is now for INEC to be disbanded and the new electoral body should represent INEC. That's my submission on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Baba.
Yeah.
Ojote TV, I cite you. Oko Peter, I cite you. Oh, the money marriage. If I haven't called you, see our Baba. Antonia Jibola Wakatere. I cite you, Baba. There was a question I was going to that they put here for you. Anyways, thank you everyone. Let me see how many likes that we have. It's very important. The likes is what tells YouTube. When YouTube is a like in your time, okay. Thumbs up. So if you don't like, that means we are just wasting our time, and it's it's not
Okay,
fair.
Marvin just said Dixon is PDP. I mean, I thought
Yeah,
he
but
could be right. He says Dixon is PDP.
no way.
Okay, yeah.
So somebody said, where is the number to call in? We've decided on this platform between me and a part of the house and some other, a family meeting. It's formally it is Edo Pride TV, and informally it is family meeting. So we've decided in the family meeting where we cannot take calls. There's a lot of information that Daddy Ogbe is dishing out, and a lot to learn from him and every one of us. We're learning from you too. You're learning from him. So if we do calls, by the end of the day, we'll be sitting here 5 hours, and it's not healthy. So we need to also, put our time into cognizance and use it, wisely. You guys also have things to do. So that's why we said type. Whatever you type, I try to bring it on the screen. If it is the one that is debatable, we talk about it. If it's just a question, we answer. If it's something, we cannot do calls. It will take too long because Ogbe has a lot to dish. So so we are 128 watching here. I'll be 138, and the likes is how many? The likes are just 40. On your YouTube Henry, I never see Clarence here. Go call your brother, come on. If not, you go pay. And if you look at our page, down below on our page, there is a small box there. If you want to gift this page for doing good, this platform, for us to continue to subscribe, you are at liberty. Just do it with love. Whatever you have, it's okay. Do it. Just press it and you give us, a gift. And we appreciate you. Sir, the question I was going to ask is somewhere here is hiding. Henry, come here and like, we now where? Monitor.
Let that individual send it again, then we'll go through it.
The question, all right? Oh no, yeah. No. Oh where? Oh why? Jarrett, why is it? You no bleach me. Why is it Jarrett? Jarrett, no way you ware kene. Or we hare kene. Okay. I was there. I swear is broke. I swear doesn't have any money. Now he wants money, and the person he called said he declined because he's losing the case, and that person doesn't want to give him money. So in an interview, and I don't know were you with Aswe because a day and night enemy. Oh wait, no, but the person Aswe called, I was there. Jared just formulates things out of this world. Why is it he's walking on top of his brain, and he's using his leg to think. Why is it Jared? I don't take his word for. They are talking about beavers here. That INEC did not take a stand, but the 2017 election was still Joya Semuta. We tell them that in 2017 there was no beavers, and IRF portal. And that the election act that guided 2017 is different from 2022 Electoral Act that guided Edo 2024 election. I think you were trying to answer to somebody, right? So imagine me maybe Magwang.
Joy Asimota is correct. Mm-hmm. It's very correct. In 2017, there was no
no beavers, there was no IRA.
And the Electoral Act was different. So there was no beavers, there was no IRA. Remember in 2019 when Atiku lost election, there was this issue of if they had a server or there was no server.
Thank you guys. Keep liking.
INEC came and told us that there was a server, but later when the election went the election went to court, they started saying no, they never had a server. So
Okay.
all they did was never domiciled in any server.
In any server.
Yeah. So we keep seeing this INEC coming back and forth because I
they are our
remember.
biggest problem, sir.
Yeah. So I remember when he went to INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu, when he went to Chatham House in England, he said that they were going to deploy IREV. I remember he said that. Yeah, he said they were going to deploy IREV. That once the results, we are going to be seeing the result in real time. But unfortunately, in the presidential election, we didn't see that. So that's why I keep saying that INEC, because the problems that we are having, when you look at the leaders, the kind of people that are in our Senate today, the kind of people that we are, I'm not saying there are so many bright stars out there. I mean, there are so many bright stars out there.
But corruption has clouded them, though.
Yeah, exactly. So when you begin to see the likes of the Oshomole trying to roar in our Senate, saying one thing in the Senate floor and coming to Edo State to tell us a different thing, then these are not the kind of people that political parties should begin. If they throw them up, when the general people reject them through a franchise, the right to vote and to be voted for, it should be so. We've seen in other countries where there's democracy is actually practiced. We've seen some senators who have been there for a long time. We know them, and they've lost elections. This guy they don't fall. Therefore, in our own, if we truly want to practice democracy, the likes of Jared Tenebe will be scared to behave the way he has been behaving in Edo State. Because he knows that, the people will reject them in the polls because they have this ability to move to manipulate election results with INEC. That's the reason why they're doing what they are doing. Because if you look at it, we are talking about service to the people, service to our own people. So you don't go there and brutalize people. You don't go there and brutalize our market women, our drivers. A driver that was paying 100 naira about 4 or 5 months ago. You are telling him to pay times 2 of that amount of money or more. So I think that if INEC is actually, Joel Asamuta has given you something.
I didn't want to cut you off. I didn't want to interject, but let's just give her kudos. Joy Asemota Nije Owuwesi, my sister. Hey, you too much. Bang for her. Ija. You want to clear road for uno road. Clear road. Eric, Eric, Mommy, thank you so much. Amen.
Amen.
Mona challenge. A question no matter no me bypass. Or where is the returning officer? Otien weekend no we we na vita bayini. Ni big bo vita bayi.
Onuha. I think his name is Onuha. That's his name.
Onuha. Is he not supposed to be here because you know doze na?
Yeah, you see,
under his watch, Anna doze na.
Again, in this channel, we don't want to peddle rumor. I've heard some information about him, but I have not been able to independently verify those information. Therefore, I will not come here and say it. However,
it's not verifiable.
Yes. However, we should have someone in the capacity of Onugbu Onoha. He was the resident electoral commissioner for Edo State, and in cases like this, he should be able to come and serve as a witness to INEC.
Nobody.
And even if, let us assume, if peradventure, without conceding that he's sick or he's like the other person was doing some medical leave here and there to avoid prosecution, let us assume that without conceding that Onugbu Onoha was sick, or he couldn't attend, or he's on vacation or something. There should be, because we are dealing with officials now. So therefore, there should be someone who is next to him. So the state cannot be in, cannot just be in comatose if someone is on vacation. Someone should be able to act on his behalf. So where is that person as INEC witness?
Okay, sir. I have a quick question.
Yes.
Please, let's get here.
Okay.
My quick question is, my people, and maybe you have this question too. Iya nore dotame a judge where la imote osandu no mwe ya nekide ode yeze eso de yegbe libya ma wareba hwe ma revia hwe. At the end of the day, away with all these materials that PDP have submitted, it is sensible for anyone to just tell you that we do not have any witnesses. What is the repercussion? Like, are they just going to let go like that, like let off?
Let me repeat what I said. It's conceding. They've conceded that.
I know that they have conceded, sir. Yeah, silence is connotes consent. What I'm saying is, wasting the time wasting the judge's time, the court's time, their resources, and all of that. You know you were lying. You don't have anything, but you kept pushing. Is there any consequences for that?
If it was in Canada, I can tell you exactly what happens. If you come over there and you waste the judge's time, you pay court costs. Here in this country, in Canada, if you go to court, you just go there and ramble, and the day is over, you pay court costs.
That's you pay court costs for lying.
Yes. No. For wasting the judge's time, you pay court costs.
Okay.
Yeah. So you pay court costs. So if it was here in Canada, the INEC should have been charged. They should have asked them to pay court costs for wasting the time of the judges, because the state, Nigeria, is paying them a lot of money to be there.
Exactly.
So if you come and waste their time, they will fine you for coming to waste the court's time, and it is called court cost.
Okay. So is that going to come at the end of their judgment or what? Because I need to see that they are being punished.
I think Nigeria is such a liberal society that I am very optimistic.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen.
As far as they didn't take the stand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This is not prejudice, but I am very optimistic that we operate a very liberal society. Mm-hmm. The judges told them, go and we'll give you time for fair hearing. We'll give you time. Go and bring your witnesses, and eventually they couldn't come up with any witness that particular day. They should have paid court cost.
Okay. Yeah. I would have loved that.
Yeah, it would have been.
Somebody is also asking me now. I don't know Professor Yehan. I don't know. They keep dragging me back. I don't know Professor Yehan. The professor where you win election is not the Senate president. He has served his time. He did the 4 years. If you can just answer me in two minutes, sir.
Okay, let me quickly go back.
What's going to happen to Akpabio?
It depends on. We are in the APC government is stifling the entire system, the entire Nigerian system. They are making it not to work. We saw Celestine Omehia, for those people following court cases. Celestine Omehia won election and was removed by the tribunal. Once Celestine Omehia was removed, he was told to refund all his money, all the money that he has been paid within the period he was governor, and all his remunerations should be returned back to the government. Mm-hmm. We saw that in our fourth republic. So if Celestine Omehia was made to do that, then there should have been such for Akpabio. If you didn't win election, and Akpabio has served his term now, I don't know what the Constitution really say on that. I have no idea, because I don't want to say what I don't know. I don't know what the Constitution says on that. Because on the other hand, too, when you look at Osarieme Osumbo, when Osarieme Osumbo was removed by the tribunal and Oshomole came in, there was no such punishment or punitive measure such that he has to return this back and on and on and on. In the case of Osarieme Osumbo, when he lost elections at the tribunal, nothing was said.
Nothing was okay.
Nothing. Yeah, they didn't make any.
We just want to be clear about that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the Constitution says on such an individual like Akpabio.
Okay. Thank you, my people. I see new people here. Eunice Arasoma. Yeah, a customer here. Family meeting, my Genia. Why you like Kenya? Jasamota. Yeah, I think you have loved. You have liked the program. KD. Who else? Ojote. You don't like the program, Laona. I bet Mona give her up to my joy. I said, Mutao, he don't do today. 10 fancy, ya nigo, nwanama. I beg. If you never like, go back, go like, go. Henry, oh, you have the right name of noisemaker. Oh, yeah, get.
And let me quickly say something about INEC again.
Yes, sir.
You see, INEC, like I said, they don't have the moral rightness and rectitude.
They don't.
To keep conducting elections in Nigeria. Now, someone should tell me. Exactly. Why has even when we saw some drama at the Senate some time ago, why is Mondukbeolo's seat not declared vacant by INEC and asking people to run for that seat as we speak? How long will it take INEC to tell Edo people that this seat has been declared vacant and people should get ready from that constituency to run?
So today, who is occupying that seat? Mama home?
There's absolutely no one.
Okay, so you see Nigeria, because you are believing beyond.
Exactly. So
INEC,
So INEC is supposed to have declared the seat of Mondukbeolo vacant.
Yes.
He spent more than 90 days in office now.
They are waiting for the court case.
Or 100 days. So we want to see a situation where INEC, this is why I say INEC is, this government of APC is stifling the entire system. It's taking oxygen away from every
tenets of democracy.
System of
stifling democracy.
This
is so wrong, sir. This is so wrong.
So,
Monday has been inaugurated since they were inaugurated November the 12th, 2024.
Yes.
Right? So since then, the seat they occupied in the Senate and House of Assembly is still there.
Yes. So they should, by now, INEC should have come to Edo State, our ESEC, Edo State Electoral Commission. They should have been able to say, okay, fine, we have 2 vacant seats in Ovia Northeast and Ovia Southwest Senatorial. I want to be so sure. There's a Senatorial, Federal House of Rep. That's for Dennis, and the other one is Asan Edo Central Senatorial District. And if elections are conducted today, and if it is free and fair, APC will not win that seat.
They won't win anything.
They won't win.
Nada.
The APC will not win again if elections were to be free and fair. The Asan people will not vote another APC as a senator. Take it to the bank.
Okay. I see on the comment section, where they have resigned, formally resigned.
Okay.
So if they have resigned, that means they are not getting the remunerations. They no money. They are not getting it.
Yes.
Who is now serving those constituencies? Who is now serving?
There's nobody. As we speak, there's no one.
Those ones are left there.
Yeah, this is why I use the word that they don't have the moral rightness and rectitude. That's INEC, because they're playing a game with the Nigerian people here. You remember the day those Martins Amewule and his people from River State House of Assembly, after they waved that flag and said they have decamped from PDP to APC. Fine, we know what the Constitution says on the camping. If you don't occupy an executive position, then your seat will be declared vacant. Then INEC will go and announce to the state, and there will be elections. So INEC till tomorrow, it's over 1 year. INEC has not done that. So is that really an unbiased electoral commission?
No, sir. They are DNEC, Dependent National Electoral.
So when INEC begin to operate like they are a branch of APC, they are not serving Nigerians. They are not serving Nigerians, because that's exactly what we are having here now. We have one in Rivers State. We have all those 23 or so lawmakers in Rivers State. Up to as we speak, INEC have not been able to muster that courage to be able to say, fine, we want to go out there and declare the seats vacant and have people run for those positions. We don't have that. Look at Edo State now. We have a deputy governor who is a House of Rep member, and a senator who's now a governor. They declare the seats, they resign their positions. Declare the seat vacant. And then come to Edo State, declare the seat vacant, send the electoral register, send it to Edo State Electoral Commission. And announce date for elections. So, but this INEC is not doing, because they are acting as a wing of a political party in Nigeria. That's the reason why I say INEC should be disbanded if we want our democracy to move forward. Look at the people that we saw. They were saying that they want to create another 31 states when all the states in Nigeria are not viable. Everyone is going cap in hand to Abuja. Once the money is not enough, we'll begin to talk about ways and means. Because this government will get there. When there's no money, this government will get to ways and means.
Thank you.
Area Mama, please let us talk about this money they said Obaseki is owing. Not now, when down the road. Let us talk about
if we have the time.
If we have the time. It's good that we'll just touch it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll touch about I was going to move on to the Yaloja thing.
Okay, great.
Okay, so one sec. Clarence, Ebandi. Clarence, Utemba Gumea, Eba Wakomena Kewomo. Chaseweka, you know, say I love that on our last name. Chaseweka, we know better thing. Wait, now when Nancy Weka, my regular family member, where is they? Or my Clarence Wari or Jima Gie, Yakabe Genehere. Well, back class monitor. I see you. Yes, so yeah, one no every rene. He has taken back. Very many. Any of Benye Clarence, Omare, let's come at $5. Benye, Omare, where? Let me start consulting. Henry wants to give you a power, or where you let me start consulting with my people to represent of here. So, I need you left and right. Oh my goodness! Yeah, Clarence, give me Clarence, you guys. Or wait, maybe they want to replace Dennis with his illiterate brother in Germany. Presently in Benin City, Eddie Murphy, any at Eddie Mokini, Eddie Monkey.
You see, it might sound
what this band I make, what
exactly. Our politicians are so brazen these days. They are so brazen. You see some certain things that they do, you begin to wonder: are these people really there because of the people, or they are there to serve their family only?
Okay.
So I wonder if.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Quickly, I'll pull up this Yaloja video. Then there's a write-up by you, Paugbe, that I'll also pull up. Okay, let's do
the short one, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've caught Edo King, the Oba of Benin, to side because it seems the APC have pocketed him. There's a letter going viral now that the daughter of Oba Yaloja General instructing the Oba that there's a certain lady that must be appointed as the woman leader in Edo State. Mr. Ralph, what's your reaction?
I see that come what may, the latest politics that is trying to transpire there in terms of the what do you call that? Iyaloja.
Olashade Tinubu.
Tinubu's daughter is so, let me say, it's very strange. It is not good. It is not healthy for the Edolites. I don't think Oba Obini can play along with that kind of appointment, because we believe that the Oba Iyaloja position is only limited to the southwest. It can't be extended to the main Bendel state, the former Bendel state, which is transplanted or, which is, let me say, translated into Edo state today. The Iyaloja, a position that is proliferating in the southwestern state, even mostly is prevalent in Lagos state, not in Oyo state, not in Ondo state. You are on your own in Ochun state. But how come it's all of a sudden jumped the whole southwest and found itself in the Midwest?
Because she's the Iyaloja General of Nigeria. Wherever there is a market, she is the one in charge of
it can't be Iyaloja in Onitsha. Iyaloja, Tinubu's daughter. It cannot be Iyaloja in Onitsha. It cannot be Iyaloja in Nnewi. It can't be Iyaloja in Enugu. That Iyaloja is limited in the southwest. If you dare, come to that southeastern Nigeria. Come and play Iyaloja in Enugu.
Okay, so I'm gonna put up your write-up and then you put the two together, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So are you going to read it?
Okay.
Yeah, this is your write-up.
Okay, so that's me writing this one.
Yes.
Now. I said, who elected Mojisola as the Iyaloja of Nigeria? Also, who elected Josephine as the INEC of Edo? Is that a new ministry created by Jagaban? Is the title Iyaloja embedded or enshrined in the 1999 Constitution? INEC is an Edo word that predates Royal Niger Company, RNC, and subsequently Nigeria. Please tell Tinubu to, I think I can see your I
have to take out the
Yeah, it's all right. I said please tell Tinubu to take his Iyaloja to I think I have it here on my
Iyaloja back to Lagos.
Back to Lagos, and we Edo people, we are not a conquered
territory.
Territory.
Okay. Okay.
So if you listen to that young man there that was speaking, I mean, the kind of politics that, I mean, this is not politicking. This is the APC. APC is trying to force themselves on the Nigerian people
in every area. Okay,
that gentleman was saying something, and it's an addendum to what he said. In 1963, we, the Edo people and the Delta people, we came together with Anthony Nahoro and decided that we don't want to be part of Western region anymore. Midwestern region is the only constitutionally created state in Nigeria outside of all these states they are having, all these 20, 26 and all these states they are having. The then Midwestern region was the only constitutionally created state. It went through a plebiscite and it went through a referendum, and the people of Midwest decided that they don't want to be part of Western region. So we were taken out, we became Midwestern region. Midwestern region transformed into Bende state.
Yes.
As if it became Bende state. From Bendel, all these army officers, they decided, okay, they split it into two. You now have Edo and Delta. So that's how we got to where we are today. And if you look at the politics, over the years, Edo state has never, or the then Midwestern region has not voted with action group, or it never voted with action group. So when you come to Edo state, let me tell our viewers something. We are Edo people. Let us not shy. Let us not shy away from it. I want to say something here today. In Edo, we the Edo people, when the Benin man, when he when he gets to a place and he decides that he wants to settle there, you know what he does? He gets a tree called Ihimi.
Oh boy.
He put it there. That's Edo people. They will go and use Ihimi. Ihimi Ayabuebu. All these markets too, they have been there for so many years. Ekioba, Ekiagbado, and all these markets in Benin City, they've been there for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
We never had, and we have had so many presidents, so many people that has come and gone.
Why is this one different, sir?
We have, yeah, and again, if you elementary government, for those of us who read government, the issue of market is under local government. Markets are supposed to be under local government. They are not supposed to be under federal. Because if we are practicing federalism, I don't understand why we are having someone who wants to be I don't even know the meaning of Iyaloja, but I don't even want anybody. I don't even want translation.
Yeah.
Because that name does not resonate with me as an Edo man.
No, we have Iyeki. We have our Iyeki.
So if I say Iyeki, I understand what I'm talking about. And if I go to a Yoruba land today and say Iyeki, they don't know what I'm talking about. So this idea of trying to recolonize Edo by some certain political parties, I wouldn't say the entire, it's not a race, by a certain political party. I don't understand what they have. And those that are conniving with them in our state to try to colonize us, we are not out there for colonization anymore. That era is over. And today, a whole lot of us, we are all clamoring for a true federalism.
This is not a joke. This is just not a joke to me. I don't find it comfortable.
No, it's not. It's not a funny. It's not
palatable at all.
No, it is not. So we are all saying that we should devolve powers. In an attempt to, everyone in Nigeria today has agreed. Even when you look at the 2014 confab by Jonathan, it was about devolution of power. That there's so much power concentrated in the federal government. Here we have an individual. I don't know what her name is, Josephine, whatever. It has a Guezele, something.
Yeah, self-acclaimed pastor.
Yeah, self-acclaimed pastor. Go to your village. If you want to be, I don't know what they are.
I have never seen. I have never
and be one. And again, don't be surprised that these people can just go out there to Lukole and carve out a stamp and put on the paper and say this is what it is. Because the issue of market is not under federal government. For example, now, let me give a good example. When you look at our driver's license in Nigeria, it is still under federal government, which is not supposed to be so. Edo State, if we have a true devolution of power,
true federation.
Yeah, exactly. Edo State is supposed to have their own Edo State driver's license, not the one that has Federal Republic of Nigeria.
No.
So when you look at markets, all the villages, we have markets in our villages. It is not in government. I was taught in government, and I have been following politics for a long time. I have not seen anywhere any ministry or so that has been made that will now take care of markets in the entire Nigeria, and that is given to one individual. Never. I think Jared Tenebe and his people, they are overreaching, and that is the reason why the victory in Abuja, I mean, we cannot wait to have that victory so that all these anomalies will be corrected. And I also say one thing here. We have 3-man judges. When these judges, if they come up with a 3-0, because they will have to write their own judgment.
Yes.
Then you have a lead judgment. So if we have a 3-0, where we should start packing his things from Osadebe Avenue.
That is the
reason is that if it's a 3-0, there is no appeal court that can reverse a 3-0. There is no appeal court, no Supreme Court we reverse a 3-0. If you look at Oshomole won Osareme Osubo with 2-1, it was a 2-1. Those are the kind that you can easily, maybe asking one individual not to join whoever you want the person to join. But if we have a 3-0, the best thing for this man to do and the Yeki, they should pack their stuff and begin to go to where they were sent from.
This is so unpalatable. Sonny Idemudia said, this is so shameful. And our most revered Oba of Benin will be playing politics and supporting APC with illegality to destroy Edo State. Who is the enemy of Benin now? Who is the Ogyomba? So this letter was written to him. Do you guys have anything that the palace has written back? Because it's like Tinubu is now in control, asking him to do something. Now, using his executive power. So do we have anything to that effect that the palace has written back for us to now make a decision on who is disgracing our land?
There's something I want to say here.
Because this one has never happened. So really, I don't have answer to it.
I still want to believe that letter, because Josephine, what are we talking about here? It's about resource control.
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
Resource control. So I still don't, okay. The traditional, our traditional rulers are under local government. We should know that. Our traditional rulers are under what? Local government. That is why, for example, when issues they come up, you take those courts, you go to customary courts and stuff like that. Why suddenly someone is writing a letter from another state, another subnational, writing a letter? Yes, writing a letter to a traditional ruler in another state that there will be an imposition of a new leader on
for
EAK.
what? Did we cry that we're incompetent?
Yeah, I'm trying to place the context
They
of
don't
that
even
letter.
marry each other, sir.
Yes, because when you talk about, yes, we are in a federation. There are some certain things. Yes, we have the exclusive list, we have the residual list, legislative list, and on and on and on and on. So where is market in all this area? It is still under local government. Yes, when local government they get subvention, it comes directly from the federal government to all the 774 local government. But the idea that one individual from Lagos, Buhari's wife never did that.
Yeah.
Jonathan's wife never did that. Yadua's wife never did that. OBJ never did that. So why suddenly now we're beginning to have an individual? She's again, the president's daughter was not elected. She was not on the ballot. She was not elected.
This is so uncalled for.
Yeah, she wasn't on the ballot. So
uncalled
those attempts should be resisted by our people. Because when you listen to Jared Tenebe, he said that he was going to go from one local government to the other to begin to sack PDP secretariats. That's what he said. He's paranoid anyway.
Yeah.
I spent time to talk about Jared Tenebe. When you talk about intelligence quotient, when you talk about a genius, what is a genius? IQ. What is who is an imbecile?
Tenebe.
So when Tenebe does not reason, probably I don't know how old he is, but he does not. His reasoning is not up to 12 years.
Tenebe reasons with his leg and walk on his head.
So when he doesn't reason, when you have a full-grown adult, probably in his 40s or 50s, still reasoning like a 12 years old, then what do you call that child?
A child.
what do you call that individual? That is reasons like a child.
So, oh yeah, of course,
yeah. So it's more or less like mentally, there's something not right with Tinubu.
Yeah, This is unacceptable. It's unpalatable. It's unreasonable. It's uncalled for.
Yes.
There is no like, we don't have space to harbor this at all. We have never cried out our INEC. They've never cried out that they were incompetent.
Okay.
They've been managing themselves. If you look at Monday's administration of these 3 months, he's trying to fix what is not broken and he's breaking what has been fixed.
You see, this
they are our brothers and sisters. We are
of course they are.
Yeah. Heavens is going to fall. Why are they?
It is born out of this principle. I explained it last week. That I said Mondukwe said he was going to give Tinubu, he was going to give him over 100% in Edo. So how does he want to do that? I spoke about chairman of motor parks, wheelbarrow, chairman of people selling tomatoes, and all that. He has replaced them with APC. Local government chairman replaced with APC. Everybody is replaced. Now is INEC being replaced. So that's what they are thinking. We've never seen this kind of politics.
Are they thinking of a rerun? That's
we've never seen. Yeah, we've never seen this kind of politics before. And what are they using? They unleash barbarians in the streets of Benin so that nobody can say anything. So I'm surprised that Tinubu goes to Abuja and behaves himself. I'm surprised that the people like Shaibu who are from behind, from somewhere behind, they are trying to burn Edo down with their Agbero. So the question here is this: that is not how you run your government in a democracy. So, because let us quickly exonerate our Oba of Benin here.
Yeah, because we haven't seen his
exactly. You write a letter to someone. So if our Oba has brought out a paper, if she was showing us paper to say, oh, it was approved, then we will have a reason to say, oh, why? Or ask questions. But the way it is now, you wrote a letter to someone. So most likely, maybe our traditional ruler has also told her, no, it is not within your capacity.
But we need to see that letter, though. If you want to exonerate yourself from all this mess, we need to see the reply. Because on Sunu there, you just bring somebody from Abuja, Lagos, Abuja, to
from
come and control our Benin women. They are up to task.
Let me also say another thing.
It is not for an outsider.
Yeah.
Body of a agua. It's our Benin women.
Let me also say another thing here that people might not be aware of. But we are Benin people. We say it the way it is. Do you know that I grew up by the riverside? So I know how to swim and all that. When you look at almost every river around the then Benin Kingdom or Edo land, there is always someone designated by traditional rulers to come and man the river. I don't know if you are aware of that. It generates a certain revenue. I don't know how they run that. I'm not a traditional person. I don't know how they run that. So that is to say, the structure of our traditional rulers, they've been there for years, for so many years. So this idea now that somebody from Asian, it doesn't matter whether it's from Lagos or so, that revenues that are made in Benin, then it goes now, the share it, and the other one goes,
right now.
Yeah, the other one goes to Lagos. What is Lagos to us? So by the time we have another president comes in now, the daughter will say, or I don't know, they will say, okay, we want to be receiving money from all that. Why is APC so obsessed with making money and imposing
in
people.
everything. Why?
Why are they so obsessed with money? And they don't have people who are really out there to think about the people. Governance is about the people.
That's what they are missing, sir. That is the missing point here. They just think that governance is about APC leaders. Where we never leave my leader. What I ever any? I will never leave my leader hungry. Oh, I will take care of them first. APC believe that governance is about the leaders and the party faithfuls. But governance is about the people first. You take it to the grassroots. That is where you start to get, and you endear yourself. You start getting endearing to the people. Not about you. When I'm look at all our drivers suffering right now.
I forgot a little of my history, but I remember. I know what I'm going to say. See, I don't know. It was Alexander. I can't remember that leader. I don't want to say things that are not true.
It's okay.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is that leader at that time, he was in Rome. He says, "Pax Romana, the peace of Rome is in progress." It's just that I forgot the leader who made that.
You know that history.
Yeah. So he said. It says. He says, "Pax Romana, the peace of Rome is in progress." Mm-hmm. In the era of Obaseki, the peace of Benin was in progress. Within 100 days, we are seeing insecurity like he promised us.
Oh my goodness!
Someone who is so incompetent, so inept. His ineptitude is.
That is due from Mondays unmatched.
So we are seeing that individual today. Look at what they are turning our Edo state into. And all these things that are happening, they are happening in Edo South.
I don't know his priorities about us to destroy us.
Exactly.
I think he has a personal vendetta about Edo South. Is but he himself is we have a gyo with the US or maybe of a day of myself winning a me of a refuse yate look at what Sam Sosage led him to do. All the bad evil leaders around him. Niya Sake local government chairman. Niya Sake ya. Look at today, Baba. The money is hanged. It's just hanging right now.
I remember when I was doing that analysis, I said that Oshomole is setting up Monday to fail. Yeah, he's setting him up to fail. Yeah. And that's exactly what we're seeing. We've seen the introduction. We've seen the introduction of Oshomole's third term in government. It's about vendetta. It's about paying back.
It's not sustainable, sir.
No,
you
it's
can't
not
use vendetta to rule the people.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
It is not sustainable.
Yeah. Oshomole has forgotten that when he won his 19 or 18 over 18 that he's talking about, he wrote results. Nigeria is changing.
There was no difference then.
Yeah. There was no result. He wrote results, and Nigeria is changing.
Exactly.
I can say, I almost bet my money. I have my thinking that even in the next election, if some certain things happen in certain ways now, Oshomole will not win to be a Edo North senator in the next election. He will not.
Okay.
Oshomole he should remember how he masterminded the removal of Bukola Saraki. Bukola Saraki did not lose election. Almost Eddie Dion did not lose election. These people were removed. So now that INEC is not INEC, through the judiciary, they are trying to make people's vote to count.
They're trying to live up to their image.
Exactly. If Nigerian votes start counting, the Oshomoles cannot win election, even in his Iriamo. Even when you look at there are some certain in Oredo Ward 1, Unit 1, we know who won that polling unit.
It was Aswe all the way.
Okay, so you know
Even
what
in
you know what I'm talking.
that's
You
where
know what,
won that
yeah, that's
election.
already
Even
Ward
in
One.
Palace.
That's already Ward One, Unit
Iya
One.
mi beru gwe ba ve no ma.
So
Iya na vote na so.
Oshomole cannot even win in his Ibiamo if
Baba wege, someone where voting na ya no do vote.
if votes count.
Huh?
And it's time for what Shaibu is doing is a travesty. I'm ashamed of him. If his political future is almost gone, and he will be of no political use anymore in Nigeria, in Edo State.
And Shaibu also just exposed his how dull he is,
how ignorant he is.
Yes, it just because Obaseki even no
He provided a coverage. He provided a coverage for him.
Yes, he provided a coverage for him. He just exposed his ignorance. His IQ is so low.
There are some positions you attain, you begin to live that life. When you were a former deputy governor for 8 years,
you didn't know what to do.
And you see that individual going out there to behave the way he is behaving today because you want to be the next governor of Edo State. The Edo State of Ogbemudia.
Talking rashly. The
Edo State of great people.
Yeah.
Shaibu wants to be the governor of Edo State. I still don't understand. Is it about Agberu? That's what they are trying to bring on us. There are so many intelligent Edo people.
Very.
Rather than having Shaibu to run. And Ematon was smart enough to understand that you cannot give this person.
Exactly. You see no manner day by. Exactly.
He was not cool-headed. So when these are individuals, there are people in our political space. I begin to say, okay, what is APC and PDP doing? These are people like Philip Shaibu. They are not supposed to be given any leadership role. People like Aslem Ojezwa.
They're
not supposed to be given leadership role.
Aslim.
People, Giagai.
Tell me for you to know what is going on.
Exactly. There are so many that begin to mention their names.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are playing politics for their own pocket. That's all they're doing. It's not about yeah, I give it out to Governor, ex-Governor Noel Obaseki.
Ematon one of the universe. Ematon one of the Edo politics. Godwin. Governor, His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki. Inogoga say Obaseki. Ematon one. Gumegmo yo. Amoni taboy. Osage correct him, mama na. Osage Humphrey Oyemesi. Abi Imati Nini say Oyemesi. Enwana. Your name is new. Did you subscribe, sir? Lawa what your boy a like button. Oh, good evening, madam. Oba of Bini is a monarch, not a traditional ruler. Why the Eniges and why the Eniges are traditional rulers he's from Madrid, Spain. Stay blessed. Thank you. God bless you for your opinion. Thank you, Wesley. Yes, you're very correct. Thank you. Sonny, let me take some comments here, then we move on. Marvin, wakae. Where Humphrey Oyeme say definition of a monarch, noun or a nation's ruler or a head of state, usually by hereditary, right? Synonyms: crowned head, sovereign. Okay. Rita Odobo always the best governor. Yes, you are correct. Monarch, you are correct. And also Oyeme say is correct. Epa Jibola wakae. Where area mama oga ogbe. I shall say Philip Ofone Shaibu. Go soon come chop Aduro for Canada. If you now first run after Aswe claim the mandate back. If you so last week there was I had an outburst of which I also said sorry. Why? the guy who was, like insulting us and trying to bring his brigandage to Edo, he now said he lives abroad. So you live in a society where you have a stable economy, a stable political system, where things are working, the systems are working, and you are going to Benin now, telling Edo State to do the opposite, so that they'll be in disarray. I was not happy. You live in a stable society. It is your duty to take that stability back home. Go and show the example back home. Area Yahweh. On your say ni mana hiana. We emi no sunu we mana ni mana we okay. Yes, we are maxed out with bills and taxes. But let me tell you, ukpanu pay you amio. Menu hasaji you amio. You don't, NEPA will not just come and hand you a bill that never existed. But if naturally we're a poly-day, natural disaster, a poly-day, you're calling our hydro here to tell them, you know what, and they will put it into consideration. A phone line where I have a problem, especially our internet problem, or I have a problem with your router, you call back and say, for these also days, you make sure you call during that period. Even router, and they will subtract it from your bill. You don't pay for what you didn't use. So the system here is working. So you now enjoying this working system, you go back home and you are hell-bent on destroying it. So I wasn't happy last week. So why preach, sensitization is the word. So if Philip Philip's family of but he goes back home to tell you about brigandage, how he's going to do that travesty, how he's going to do this, how he's going to do that, and people will still hail him. Shame on you, Philip Ofone.
Yeah, I thank you. Like I said, I'm always open to criticisms. I'm always very open to criticism and all that. That individual that said about Monarch, about Benin and all that, Monarch. That's a very good correction. It's okay. Yes. But however, you see, I think we the Edo people, we still have not been able to come to terms with the true realities of events in our country. Our traditional rulers, maybe I'm not supposed to say maybe traditional rulers or I don't know, but again, we know that their primary responsibility is for them to be custodians
of the law, of the traditions and customs.
Our cultures, our culture and tradition. That's what it is. But let me explain something here. Pre-1897, there was Benin Empire, and that empire stayed intact. But in 1897, remember, it's not only in that space, geographical space called Nigeria. It's not only we had the Benin Empire, we had Oyo Empire, we had the Kane Bono Empire, we had the Nupe, we had the Sokoto Caliphate. We had all these people around. We all know about Jaja of Opobo, Nana of Ishekiri, and all these people. See, when the British came, in that my write-up, I said something about Royal Niger Company. The British never came to Nigeria, and there was no place called Nigeria. They were using Royal Niger Company to rule that environment, that entity. I don't want to go too far to tell you the British position in the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885, where they said they were in Africa for intrinsic reasons. That's why you have some very few British colonies in Africa. The other ones are just French. The French came, wanted to make a French man out of a black man, but the British never did that.
Yeah.
So when these British, when they came down, first of all, that day that our monarch was deported and was taken, they made them to sign treaties, surrendering their sovereignty. Oh. That is why, for example, today, I know our people don't want to hear that. Who's the number one citizen of Edo State? Not just only Edo State, of every other state. That's the governor.
It's supposed to be the governor.
The governor now represents the British. When they came, they conquered these territories. They had their new. There was a program when I was young. I was watching. They call it Ichoku. I don't know if you watched that program then. It was an NTA program. They call it Ichoku. The guy is a very funny program. They do it. They wear some short pants, and they say. I remember one particular edition. He says boomerang. He was talking about boomerang. The colonial representative don't understand the meaning of boomerang. He just took the person around and say "boo around." You know? So yeah. So what happened is that at that time they were now using their own representative and Africans to begin to lord it all over the entity called Nigeria. RONC metamorphosed into Nigeria.
Yes.
So when RONC metamorphosed into Nigeria, it was not even Nigeria, it was Niger area. It was Flora Shaw, the wife of Lord Lugard, that gave Nigeria. So at that point, the responsibility...
we had that Southern and Northern Protectorate.
Yeah, actually it was the colony of Lagos, Western Protectorate, Eastern Protectorate. That's what made up the Southern Protectorate. The colony of Lagos, East and West. Then the other one.
We're very funny.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Then Harlem, where it's called Takuruku. Takuruku. Enwa.
I think, they are right. They are right.
A long time.
Yeah, a long time. So those programs were trying to teach us that these were the representatives of the British at that time. So over time now, when you look at most of these repressive laws that are still embedded in our constitution, if you look at the constitutional development of Nigeria, all those 1950 something, there were so many constitutional development. So I'm trying to establish one thing here about our traditional rulers. So once those they were there, most of these things were embedded in our constitution to oppress we Africans. So once we got independence, these are our own people now who got independence. Those who fought for independence of Bafemi Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Sadana Sokoto, and on and on and on everywhere. So they became the representative of the British. More or less, whether it's a monarch or traditional ruler, they lost their powers. So the new guys in town.
Yeah, the new guys in town.
Who were representing the British.
Okay.
That is why today our traditional, whether it's monarch or anything, they are under local government. They get their royalties, they get everything, but their main role is to be the custodian of our culture and our tradition. We want to cherish our tradition. We cherish our culture.
We do. They don't understand their kids are not okay.
So now when whether we like it or not, do you remember the issue that Obaseki had in Edo South, in Ovia Southwest? Those were the areas that the Beninese, those speaking people, went about. Akenzoa took the Ijaw people to court. We won that case in court, up to Supreme Court. When we won, but eventually they were there. Those Ijaws never left. But it was recently that Obaseki now recognized them so that they can pay taxes. They can be, that area shouldn't be like an ungoverned space.
Exactly.
So there are lots that we can learn from all those things.
Yes,
I recognize our royal father, it's our royal father and everything. But I'm not trying to demean his Yeah, I'm too
Yeah, I
small.
think he
to-
was just trying
demean.
to reiterate.
Yeah.
No, he didn't say we demean. He just trying to reiterate where is the monarch. We understand. So, where? Sage again. Sage, Humphrey, you haven't given me a sub. Oh, I'm waiting for you. Where His Excellency Governor Godwin Nogegase is the Ematon one and a neat man of the Edo State, Nigeria. He said, look, Madam and Edo Pride TV. Thank you very much. When you guys applaud us, we say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ogbe. This is the daddy of the house. If you are just coming for the first
Oh,
time, we have
thank
Area
you.
Mama and Epa Ogbe of the house. Okay.
Thank you.
Alexander Okongai, where it is my dear sister Alexander Okongai in the house. Oh, Obokian Wese Kakabo. Anointed baby. Why you sing? Okay, there's one person here that we do accommodate other opinions, but you have to keep it respectful, Sonia. If not, you won't see this beautiful face. I'll block you. So when you're making your comments, be respectful, and then you can watch us. Papa, on your topic of phone there, Daddy.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I wanted to talk about is the money that they say Obaseki was owing that he left
Can you
behind.
trash it quickly then before
Okay.
we go, please?
Okay.
Yes,
First of
sir.
all, yeah, I saw the breakdown.
Mhm.
I mentioned in one of this program one day that the last 2-3 months of Oshomole's administration, he borrowed money for his boys. I mentioned that. I mean, it would be a good thing for all of us because I don't want to sound controversial. There's what you call DMO, Debt Management Office of Nigeria. It's an office.
Is
They
he
keep-
existing
Yeah, it's still existing.
in Nigeria?
Yes,
Okay.
Debt
Okay.
Management Office. That Debt Management Office keeps record of all monies borrowed by every state, internally and externally. In the last month of Oshomole's administration, what you need to do, go on Google and say the last month of Oshomole's administration, what was that administration owing? Don't say Ogbe is the one that said it. So record had it that the state that was owing the highest amount was Lagos State. The
Yes.
second one was Kaduna State. And the third one was Edo State. You can see the chart. You see the chart all the way down. So that's how Oshomole left. What? Because we have an incompetent people who are vindictive in nature, they are trying to put a spin on the debt. I'm not saying Obaseki didn't owe money. They are trying to put a spin in the debt caused by the same APC. Okay, now I want to give an example. In 2001, the dollar to the naira was about 250 or less than that to dollar. It's at 2001. 2001 was not that much. So all this money that Oshomole borrowed at that time. So if you had 1,000, if somebody came to you at that time and said, "Give me dollars," you are going to have about 250,000.
Yes.
To $1,000 at that time, about 250,000 naira to $1,000 Canadian dollars at that time. Okay. Now, with the new policy of this current administration of Jagaban, the dollar has gone up exponentially.
I know. Over the roof.
Exactly. So what happened is this: all this money borrowed by Oshomole that was not paid at that time, when you now, because the person giving you money, I advise my friends, I say, if you ever give money to anybody in Nigeria, please tell them that they will have to pay you back in dollars. Don't tell them that they will be paying you back in naira, because you will be losing money, because our money has been depreciating since for over 35 years or 36 years that I spent abroad. The naira has been depreciating. sometimes, dangles like his pendulum for a very short period of time. The next thing, it goes back up. So when you have that money sitting down and not paid, so that 250,000 naira that you borrowed at that time that is not paid, which is $1,000 at that time, as of today, how much is that going to be? It will be about 1,100 something.
Thousand.
No, 1.1 million.
Oh yeah. That's true. It's gone up because of the exchange rate.
Yes, it's the same amount of money. That money you borrowed, 1,000. So when you now apply that to this money that they were servicing that was not paid, then we are now having this exponentially the amount in naira. Because first of all, the Tinubu floated the naira. The moment he floated the naira lost value exponentially. So when it lost value exponentially, then we now see that what you were owing, those people who were owing about 300 million at that time, 300 million naira became billions today. So if you were owing if you are taking money that amounted to about 1 billion at that time, you are now looking at maybe close to about 1.something trillion.
See that? Because our naira has...
Because it has fallen.
Our naira has died.
Yeah, that's why I said, you see, they put a spin on it. They are not telling the truth. Because the ordinary man wants to hear billion. So when they say billion, everybody is happy to say, oh, this man stole billion, the other one spoke. Let me speak pidgin English here. If you borrow money from abroad at that time, and the money was in dollar, maybe you took $1,000 at that time, about 4 or 5 years ago. If you bring and come Nigeria, come use and do something, you only have maybe about 250,000.
Yes, exactly.
Bag of cement at that time was like about 2,000 naira or less. So, but if you not pay that money and the person the person with the America can't tell you now say he need the money back for dollars. So today, when you are going to pay that money back, you will pay 1.7 million.
Exactly.
But at the time when you borrow on that money now about 250,000 naira, because the naira has lost value. So these people are just coming, they are just telling us this, that, and most of this money was borrowed by Oshomole.
Exactly.
So it is.
He also said one time that it's not about the borrowing. Why is it a recurring expenditure or is it for projects? And
another thing that they when I read some part of the report, I was very angry. You know why I was angry? They said Obaseki padded. I have never worked with any politician. Nobody pays me. I come here and tell people the way it is, the truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh, that reminds me of that novel, Alan Quatermain. Did you read that novel? It says Alan Quatermain.
I was not a literature girl.
Okay, great. So
I always love my sciences. But once in a while, I pick it up.
Some of us would build house for Nigeria. If you give some workers money today, say make them go buy roofing sheet for you. If they don't buy that roofing sheet today, they come back in 10 days. The money has gone up.
When I went back there, when my dad 3,000 don't enter, and I went not them and I don't do it. It goes up every day because our naira has no value.
Yeah, that's one thing. You know what happened to me is I paid someone for cement. I paid a whole lot. It was about 5,600 then. That was in January of last year. It was 5,600. I paid for a whole lot. It was February. The guy told me it's now 10,000.
Ediano. Just February. Just how many months here?
Exactly. So let APC tell us the truth. We are no fools. So the money they said Obaseki padded in contracts that he awarded, we know that the naira has been depreciating over a very long period of time. And the rate of depreciation, the way we see it. So a lot of people use it. So
thank God he has his books, he has his records.
So let APC tell people the truth, the way it is. Don't spin it. for some of us, we will look at it carefully, and we understand. We are from Edo State. We know what is happening there.
Exactly.
The purchasing power of the naira has fallen tremendously. So what Tinubu did was that he gave Nigerians more money, made plenty for our hand, but that plenty money not fit buy anything.
Not fit buy anything and water.
So
Thank you.
Yeah. So let me leave it there. Let me not go too far.
Yeah, I appreciate. So they are on the comment section is the wash right now. They detected an Ogyomba there who is calling us Ogyomba. Ogyomba is the one that does not love the people. Ogyomba, now they break driver's head. We will not be Ogyomba where they call Ogyomba. We never break driver's head. We never collect money will not be our own. We not be Agbero where they cause wahala. So when you are saying Ogyomba, you should check yourself. See, if you come to an intelligent forum like this and it is been detected, you are dull. You don't have anything to bring. You sit and you listen. You also gain some information that you will need in your life. But people like you who are very quick to the keyboard, just go there and start saying Mumu, Ogyomba, Ogbaseki, go to jail, Ogbaseki. You go wait, tire. So Sonia, my love, on Monday is the day for APC to stand their witness in the podium. They want you there. Say you love.
That's right. That would be great.
That will show your love. Go and say what you saw. Go and lie so that you can spend 30 years in jail. Now, we are begging you that if you can do that for us, we'll know that you love Edo State and you are the best. So on Monday, they are waiting for you. Okay? Go take the stage. Go take that stand and be a witness. Okay? Go take that stand and be a witness. And Obaseki Maguwanae, Obaseki is not in position anymore. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He ruled Edo State diligently, without breaking any driver's head, without insulting anybody, without taking anybody's right away.
That idea,
he is the man of the people.
Yeah, that creativity that he brought to the governor space, to the space that governor. Yeah, so
the governance, the style.
Yeah, the style he brought to the state.
Beautiful.
The vision.
Beautiful.
Thinking far.
Beautiful.
When you begin to use computer to do a whole lot. So when you call auditors, the reason why they are not that they don't have people who can operate the e-government.
Yes.
They do. But the fact is that did you see that word where you see APC had 447 or so? They quickly went to the back and added another 4.
That's so.
Did you see that?
Accredited registered voter. Registered voter 200. Accredited voter 115.
Exactly.
The number that voted for APC 7,000.
Yeah, they go to the back. I understand that there are so many Nigerians who want Nigeria to be the way it is now so that they can benefit from it. But for those of us, majority of us are saying, especially those of us in diaspora, we are saying no. We have to be accountable.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we have to be accountable. We cannot begin to do this Nigeria. You put 4, there's 47. You go to the back and put 4 there. Look at our governor. Local governor who cannot read who doesn't know billions and millions and, and thousands and hundreds. What a shame. And we still have someone called coming here to talk.
I know. When I say now you see you only have bear. They go come in America movement. Clarence Yavon, get given the Ojavi. Get ya Bolosonia. Henry, so make some funds available. Sonia here, Abuja de Monday. All your witnessing it, APC, because APC. They are paying 10 million. So Sonia, go and take your own. You know, say
go and take your 10 million. Yeah.
Why you bend them and wait for one? I'm not into music in my
Yeah.
You come to an intelligent forum. You don't want to listen. You don't want to hear what is good. Creative Kingdom, what you be your own. You don't want to listen and know what is right. Well, okay. When you came, I introduced you now, Sonia. I see I can detect the goodness in you. Can you please put your keyboard down and just listen to an intelligent talk?
Yeah, they are easily identified.
I don't know. Oh my goodness! Oh,
yeah. So if I honestly speaking,
childless criminal. Since now you be the God where they give person. We go conk you, then we'll send you come out. We'll throw you
so many, when you see people like Obaseki, investors,
when now like you a lone voice in the wilderness,
Yeah. If we have the likes of Obaseki, honestly, this is me thinking in my own brain. Because I followed Obaseki's his antecedents and all that. We need a visionary leader for Nigeria. I'm not seeing Asue Ighodalo to end as a governor. If we have an egalitarian society, ex-governor Obaseki and Asue Ighodalo, these are people who should end up as president of Nigeria.
Do you know I'm thinking that Obaseki should be a president?
Honestly, in that last election, I thought that they would
because it's about the people.
Yeah. So this idea of we want to go to either is an Hausa man or Hausa Fulani or is a Yoruba, it shouldn't be our criteria. Let us look for the best.
Because I've been thinking about it.
Exactly. When you look at Edo State, the way that man positioned Edo State, when you are able to follow through with that trajectory across the entire Nigeria, it's about the people. Governance is about the people, the welfare, the security of the people. When we are able to
go and take that stand. Go to the podium and bear witness. Okay.
But those states as of today is the only state that has e-governance. So we should say kudos, because this e-governance, there was a time here in Canada that there's someone that was handling. There was this individual. She's a lady. She was handling my account receivables and payables. You know, in big companies they don't allow. There's a department for receivables. There's a department for payables.
Yes,
so,
payables, receivables. Yeah.
So this Nigerian guy came to me and said,
he should come for president.
Yeah. That guy came and told me, he said, Oga, that guy when did they chop your money? I said, no, it's not possible.
Bemana.
Yeah. That was around 2008. Someone came to me and said, Oga, this guy they chop your money. I said, no, it's not possible. So the reason why I was so sure is that because I had a computer system that I can track everything. So because I can track everything, that person was just saying, I just dismissed it off. No, it's not possible. Not possible. There's no way. So, you know, though, yeah, she's in receivables and payables and all that. We have these customers and all. I said, no, it's not possible. So if Obaseki can bring e-governance, computer, it becomes a little bit
tomorrow is still winning those awards. Best government, best government, best digital government.
Money. These people just want to be adding 4 billion. They don't know what is billion. They don't know what is trillion. They don't know what is millions. So
I scanned through the document yesterday, and I just put it on the side. Nina, these are just like elevated lies.
Yes.
Because we know these are just something to may take away our focus right now. Hey, Obaseki did this, Obaseki. Hey, Obaseki, Obaseki really no pan.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
Because of having no yak being ani.
Within that 8 years, yeah, they were really unforgivable. Yes. Yeah. So, but again, look at all these APC states. I mean, there's no way Edo State is not sustainable. Edo State is not sustainable the way it is today.
It's not.
No way.
It's not.
So we just pray to God that Aswan wins and it should come quicker. The victory should come quicker. Like I said, I also pray for a 3-0. If we have a 3-0,
what would the other judges be thinking? Nekana 3-0. I mean, I'm adjudicated and I'm be INEC mado defending ni amuri. They not say Nekana 3-0. What's here?
You know,
they no here no ya defend where you not saying man I believe in no 3-0.
I don't think there's any reason at all. Because when you look at the results now, look at that from EC8A, you gather them and put. So you see all this, and again, the Supreme Court has spoken on so many issues. Like, for example, when any polling unit that has overvoting, when you have registered, when you have accredited voters, for example, hypothetically 100, and you now have 102 voting, that polling state unit automatically is cancelled. So when you go through all that, I don't think there's any reason why we shouldn't have a 3-0.
That's our prayer. You guys, 1-3-0, you have 3-0. Hey, Magwalo. Why I say kakabo? We are almost at the end of the show. We are almost at the end. So do I know why it? My question ya ne makwero ruwa. Mate we not total not him no ma. Or where he me. When we are worried, they start writing lone voice in the wilderness.
Yeah, John Omokaro is saying something. He said, "What's the meaning of 3-0? Please assist."
Okay, please explain to him though.
Okay, what I mean by 3-0 is this: you have a 3-man panel in the tribunal. By law, every judge in that panel, that is the 3 of them, they will have to write their own judgment. They don't consult themselves before they write.
Yeah.
It's like when you are watching a boxing match, you have 3 judges. Those 3 judges, they don't talk to each other. They are from different parts of the ring. Okay. So they start, as the fight is going on, they are recording and everything. So at the end, they come together and say this is yes,
this is the conclusion.
Yeah, this is our conclusion. Referee John said this, referee Peter said this, and all. So this 3-man panel, we have Justice Pochi, who is the lead judge. So when they are arriving at their judgment, they are listening. They will be listening. They don't just write judgment like that. So they are going to say, based on this evidence, I am convinced that this is what happened. Based on this evidence, I conclude that this is what happened. Finally, this is the reason why I believe that Aswan Ighodalo is duly elected. So that's one individual, one of the judges. Then the other one will also tally his own. Then the 3 of them will now put their judgment together. They don't talk to each other. But now, before they give final judgment, they will now say, okay, the lead judge, Justice Pochi, we now call John Bartholomew. What do you have? They now look at it. Then they will now call the court clerk. They will now summarize a lead judgment. That is to say, based on the evidence gathered by Justice this, and this, we have now reached a conclusion that this is the winner. So they will also say, if it's a 2-1, there's no 2-0. If it's a 2-1 in favor of Aswan, they will say it's a 2-1. If there's all the 3 judges agrees, that's a 3-0. All the 3 judges agrees that Aswan has won. Such judgment is difficult at the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court to overturn. That's 3-0.
Why you beg any tisa telephone now? You chucky this one. Why you beg Oriye peno itan oriye peni koto hu ewe. Otani. Erioki anje. Ota wese baba. So I don't understand what it be 3-0. So one question before you go, sir. See, these judges now, are you telling me they do not there's no interface, they don't talk, they don't relate, they are just independent?
They are supposed to, when they gather their evidence, they are not supposed to talk to each other, so that no one should influence the other.
Okay, in Nigeria, does that happen?
That's how it should be.
Okay.
Yeah, when you look at all these election petition tribunals, you look at it, like I said, the one that Oshomole won with a 2-1. Because he said those states I was following closely. So he won with a 2-1. So if we have a 3-0, that's when we'll be getting ready.
Yeah, after my notes, they're not no rehe. Anyway, imotagbegine ni mamu yogo wabani ati edana. No vi hejuwe na sie no pa. Even okay, there is this thing that people are also saying that even if Monday is really, because we are winning, Monday is about to give up. We yeti yapi yeti ye supreme. Iya ni leleki agabe.
They will not accept that.
Because America, they want to stretch it to the very end.
Yeah, I have an old video. There was one of these cabal. He called Buhari way back then and said, "You've been the president of this country. This, that." He said, "Don't run." But his voice was overwhelmed by those what do you call him? Don't mind them.
Don't mind them.
That category of people. Because they just want to make some money from it.
That's it.
So, if, for example, if you ask me, I think inside of Mondukbeolu's mind, he would have just given up and go back to his Senate.
Can he go back? He has resigned.
Yeah. APC might find a way to accommodate him back. There's nothing. There's nothing APC cannot do. They will tell you that it didn't happen.
APC cannot do does not exist.
Exactly. So now, it would have been. I know, because right now I think everyone is, because I saw Philip Shaibu. He was just rambling the other time.
Body language. Where's body language?
Yeah. So he was just rambling. So now
what he's saying and his body language are just
so the people around him, because they will want to use appeal to begin to while away the time, while allocation
more money.
And for now, there will be no allocation through the local government.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tough time. Yeah. So you should start getting ready to leave.
Constituents are suffering.
Yes, you should start getting ready to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. That explanation was on the West Sea, Baba West Sea. Guys, while I'm with Henry Mark, because Henry just came to monitor Otarena. So okay, na one monitor na mate when you so now mammy. Give up ban any if I haven't called your name, can you call me out, please? Creative Kingdom, my dearest, sweetest heart. I see you. Thank you so much. Anna Mario Skin. And in when I need guy's name in here. Peter Redo. Oh, thank you. Alexander Okonga. Thank you so much. I remember commenting on some social media when Governor Obaseki was still the governor of Edo State. The governor, Godwin Obaseki, is a model for our Nigeria. Governor Obaseki for president. So how do you, this is my question. These guys, how do we see Obaseki like this? And all those Ohioba will just come and say, Obaseki will go to jail. Obaseki is a mumu. Obaseki is a nene. They will not see any begging no more. Why? Because the way he sees Obaseki is the way I see him. You and other good people on my platform right now. Why are these people coming in and seeing something different? Obaseki must go to jail.
The reason is very simple. Obaseki makweni arai.
So hatred anyone no.
So when you look, Obaseki was able to do all that he did. All his achievement was done through that ability to manage the state resources. Look at everything. Go to Ronigbe and see the ethanol plant. Just name it. So when you look at all these things, first of all, some of them are jealous. Then another thing is this, that this money was not shared around. There's one thing I always say. For example, if you are here in this country, there's what they call blanket security for everybody. So I don't need to go with the policeman. So, but in Nigeria, because people are stealing money, they provide security for themselves only. And leave the other people.
Me, myself, and I.
Exactly. So what I want Nigeria to be able to function for all of us, that if there is electricity, there should be a blanket electricity for everyone. Security should be blanket so that we can. So these individuals, they come here and buy houses. You see them, they come and buy houses cash in this part of the world because these are money that were stolen.
And they bring their children.
When they are not able to steal from the coffers of government, then they become angry. Obaseki has not done anything wrong.
No,
so
he didn't.
He provided for everyone.
Yeah. It's a man
I went to visit one of my friend, long time in Nigeria. I said, "How are you doing? How's your daughter?" Who said Obaseki? He said he's working there's a center, some creative hub like that. They were using computer. Said she got a first class at the University of Benin. Then they just took her and they gave her.
Yeah, it's an automatic employment. Yeah.
She said, "I don't know Obaseki.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Where the son of a nobody becomes somebody without knowing anybody.
That is the kind of state and country that we are trying to build. But those who can always put their hand into the cookie jar, they don't want to. That's the only reason. That's the only offense of Obaseki.
Okay, my beg in. I say we are coming to an end. You want monitor Mark now. I swear he's in court and we have been playing his music. So because a monitor traveled, we have to say welcome our dearest Henry. Welcome back. Monitor not the assignment. Welcome. Any word from us, I'm going to play a monitor's music. A Creative Kingdom when I bet now. A monitor. You were just controlling that place. Egwi Clarence, aware next time you get the again. No monitor the who final year. It when na TV na baptize. When my son have a doing we no ma. Or we kwege he me. E mana yasan be. E mana hwe. Na hwerwa. Oh yeah, so let me find Harry's music. I'm looking for it too.
Okay.
Well, let me play this one. Harry, this one I welcome to you and welcome to my brother Clarence too. Are you dancing?
Ona masi magbo. Ome urome. Ni marie jambame o. Babara ome o. Ile. Edakmome. Oye makana kwa yoga. No go for me. No ma satisfy.
You say make we do a sway song too. Una want make we do a sway song today? Join our monitor. Okay, make we quick player. Because now swear be this. Okay, wagaegi akpi one swear now. Say joy is coming. Aswe is coming. That's all I need. Right time. Oh yeah, everybody, make I write my own. Aswe is coming. Aswe is coming. Joy is coming. Aswe is coming. Joy is coming. Oh yeah, wagman. Give me make more Joy is coming. Aswe is coming. Joy is coming. Aswe is coming. Aswe is coming. Wagman yo, give my yagman. Joy is coming. Joy is coming. Oh yeah. Once here. Joy is coming. No, Aswe is coming. Aswe is coming. Oh yeah. 30 is coming. 30 yo. 30 is coming. Mote de park. Eri, igwenu gwali moto agbegi nu mujoto na aya fiye mote ija. Waje nai. Joy is coming. Joy is coming. Joy is coming. Joy is coming. Wa agbon no jo ki me bi agbon no ho. Mona right. That's why it's coming. Joy is coming. 30 is coming. Oh my God. Okay, we go play am because Joasemota say me we play am. He say me we play am. Joy is coming. No, joy is coming. No, joy is coming. May we play am. Just because of you. And that's when we dey do all this one for. So, Mama Asweba, we don't need to know when you have good governance, that is our pay. Meaning, you go that Edo State, you go sleep, you go close eye. You go that Edo State, you want use light, you go use and pay your bill, you go come. You go that Edo State, you go dey waka for road. No intimidation, no harassment. Driver go fit drive. On your governance. Na wa gbo wa vama una. Imani boy there usalobo no la no ni mafa. Joy is coming. 30 is coming. All day for Wamuta. All day. I want to play your music, mommy. I want to play your music. Okay, Mona they happy. Now that one we go take on more to. Okay. I swear boy. Make I find the music. Oh yeah.
If we not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. We no go vote. If we not be PDP, we no go vote any other party.
If you have not liked, this is the last time. Now go like before you come out. Oh yeah, go press that like button. Eri nene mama ye du me. Salo wa won po yin alejo. Wa gege na ari ma won po. Oja.
Deputy material 1 million yards. You go follow lead us to the pro. If If we not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. We no go vote. If we not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. We no go vote. That's why you go down low, man we sabi. Your bata of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why you go down low for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With Aswe Odalu, he sure for us. Forward ever go. If Aswe there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. Aswe he go down for governor. Forward ever go. Mama, if Aswe there we go prosper. Alagoda we know they go back. I swear you go down low for governor. Sure you go vote for PDP. Oh yes. PDP. Oh yes. Vote you go down low. Oh yes. For integrity. Oh yes. Business go better. Oh yes. Go put food on table. Oh yes. You go better mama. Oh yes. You go better papa. Oh yes. You go better pikin. Oh yes. For better road. Oh yes. Forward ever go. If I swear there we go prosper. Alagoda, we know they go back. I swear you go down low for governor. Forward ever go. If I swear there we go prosper. Alagoda, we know they go back. I swear you go down low for governor. Forward ever go. If I swear there we go prosper. Alagoda, we know they go back. That's why you go down low for governor.
Yeah, mama, don't try to do 2 hours.
If we not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. We no go vote. If we not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. We no go vote. That's why you go down low, man we sabi. Your bata of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why you go down low for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With Aswe Odalu, he sure for us. Forward ever go. If Aswe there we go prosper. Alagoda, we know they go back. I swear you go down low for governor. Forward ever go. Mama, if I swear.
I do well, we don't play. Now you know why we enjoy it because hope our mind don't they small. That's why we enjoy today. I not go lie to you. I be human being. Sometimes I go bring strong face, but my liver they cut. But today I can assure you, I can tell you, 189%, my mind reach ground where we are walking towards a goal and we can see it. There's a light at the end of the tunnel and it's visible to us, right? There's a glimpse of hope. Say these people ready to adjudicate. We not beg for favor. Do what is right. Just adjudicate the case and give us what you're supposed to do. So now when they say technicality might be the wahala, so they are ready. So may we wait for tomorrow. I'll be a Monday. I have a hurry. I will come on Monday. You know, say I they drop short video all the time. I beg if you don't know, say if you never see my short video, just go back to Edo Pride. I did there to see me there. I beg follow me during the week too. I did put short videos there. If you guys are not watching or commenting, that means I'm just talking to myself. So it is I put so much effort to bring this to you. So the only thing you can use to pay me back is to also watch and leave me comments, share, like it, so that YouTube will know that I'm doing the right thing. The whole world will know that I'm doing the right thing. Clarence. Clarence, the way same here, it didn't look as though I just got home from work. I had a ball being part of the, what's my name? This outing here. Yes. Okay, I go put that Edo. Yeah, now I take the close. Edo anthem. Ajibola Boyi, where is our Anthony? I don't see him. Prefect, or you tell the students say we want come out to. He might not get it, but he don't finish. Una do well, oh, Maka, oh. I go see una tomorrow. Every time, and they always see you. Thank you so much. If I hadn't called your name, call me. Marvin Lawani, Mekweti Enuwenya, Wese, and Jurasemuta. Now family member be that now. Call my name if I didn't call you. Just area mama, my day here. You not call me. We're present, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you guys. Let's be together. Let's keep sharing the truth. Let's keep speaking up. Intimidation. Tell them say now you sabi pass, especially when you carry truth. Truth na bomb. We are mwemata shake. I don't say intimidation go day, everything, but stand your ground. Who be them? Who be Monday? Agbagire na afyo ihe. And if you're Monday, agbagire e make him agbagi na fi here. Mure ya fi Monday he go me afi yet. Be woman. I say make I go. Last comment. Bye bye. I love you guys. There's so much love. 140 still watching. Una do well. I go see you now tomorrow. I'll see you in my next video. I always come by. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you. If you're not here, I'll be talking to myself. So thank you. I love you guys. Bye bye. Usade bawayao. I'm
Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo. You're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful